It's locked.
Oh, this one. It's a leech! Kill it!
Effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
It's locked, all right. Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Burn it, boys!
The flower's dying. It needs water.
This is no time for self-pity. It is the last thing
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan.
No need to apologize, my lady. I know exactly what you endure.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
I must confess I have not put an end to the blackmail, my lady. Unfortunately, I could not bring myself to do it.
I'm so disappointed in you, Jonathan. I didn't expect this from you.
Lady Ashbury, you yourself admitted how ridiculous the sum of money was. I can assure you, it was all used for charitable ends.
Well, you are full of surprises, aren't you, Jonathan? All right, say I trust you, but you will still pay the ransom. That is only fair. After all, it was you who failed to bring this problem to a satisfactory conclusion.
I believe I could agree to that.
And since a lady always keeps her promises, I will now answer any questions you may have.
I bid you farewell. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient. Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also... so has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recent...
I see.
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is
This is very interesting.
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here, but it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But John... opportunity's sitting right here in front...
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
But the risk of infection using vampire blood could compound the situation.
I know, but your blood now carries remarkable regenerative...
We'll discuss this more later.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
I never thought I would have to attend my murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear. sister. I don't know if I have the strength.
Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want? Somebody help! Who are you? What do you want?
Are you all right, miss?
I don't know.
They've lost their minds.
You seem to know a lot about...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I am Xiaoxun. Thank you so much for...
It's locked. Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan. But accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am...
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my mare.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't. Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully.
I'm learning. Every night is a new lesson. What I am, what I must do to survive. But my sister, she shouldn't have suffered because of my weakness.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished.
Thank you, my lady.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon?
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort,
I've words for one departed.
your eyes burn with rage. Yet I see...
Very well, priest.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
Just know, I cared for her.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl.
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
She died because of me.
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What would you like her to know?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Whatever happened on this dock is between my sister and I. It does not concern God at all.
Sorry, sir, no admittance.
Look at it! Vicious bugger! Back to the shadows! Watch this beast! Fucking fast! Watch out for them teeth!
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you. Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me. Made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
Tell me what you are.
I am the whitened bones and blackened soil. The land made blood coursing through thy veins.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients.
We cannot have the people lose.
Of course, you're right.
You mentioned a dead patient.
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere.
Very well.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you...
Rest assured, I wouldn't...
McCallum is a fanatic.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this. Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks. Good evening, Mr. Elwood.
Evening.
Soldier, do you need...
Not really.
As long as you remain here.
Don't think you can...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
I'm quite busy.
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous.
Then you are lucky that I have taken the time to do so. Consider it a gesture of solidarity.
I wish this hospital could have received as much attention from...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Good evening.
I've already...
That's quite...
You can...
I'm not...
Well,
you...
No.
Do you need any medical...
I'm afraid I do.
Our job...
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often.
I have some good news.
What? Yep.
I retrieved your wallet.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody's as broad-minded.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
Good evening, Doctor. How
Do you require
do you know you're the only one who's asked me this?
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you.
Well, at least your reputation seems well...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Admit it, Mortimer.
Yes.
All right, then. This is the first time we...
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank...
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But...
I see. And it...
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring...
I have to go now, sir.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Is there anything...
Really?
Unfortunately. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later. It's locked, all right.
Always a pleasure.
A colleague.
Not any.
What do you mean?
No. Please. Of course. It never ceases to amaze me how you, the dead.
Good evening. Do you need medical prox? I will see you later. Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
More bodies will arrive.
Good evening.
So it is true.
Do we know it?
Actually, yes.
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about colon...
He was also very confident about your...
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr...
He was my patient.
Why not stop...
Are you mad? I killed...
What was the nature?
It was a twofold error. My diagnosis was wrong, and the administered dosage was too strong.
Who was this?
I don't know. Some sick man from the docks, maybe a fisherman. I had no time to talk with him.
I will cover for you, Dr. Tippett, by keeping what happened to Mr. Connor to myself.
I don't know what to say.
You didn't force me. This is...
Then I can make you this promise. As soon as the epidemic is eradicated, I will resign.
Can you... What is... It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by a pip.
What can...
Some are really good.
Tell me more.
No, I'll go eat...
No.
Don't...
You're
No. We must keep on healing.
You've nothing to prove, Dr. Tippett.
I am perfectly fine.
What will you do?
I always fancied visiting...
Do you need any medical assistance?
Come on, don't be ridiculous.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. It seems the Priwen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Fear no evil! We do the Lord's work here!
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust. It's locked. Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening.
I'm okay.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr.
Thank you.
I think you should talk to your mother.
Thank you, Doctor.
I've read your letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an unbearable feeling of despair, while the world crumbles around you.
There's nothing more to say, really. It's a...
Despair is a deadly poison I've tasted myself.
I know that perfectly, Doctor. For I waited for so long, hoping that the next minute would be
What? I have to go now.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Still not coming. How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Die, vermin!
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood, Doctor.
I have made inquiries about...
I did not expect a mortal to have this sort of courage. Speak, Doctor. Why are they hunting?
It was a misunderstanding. These hunters were in fact looking for a very different creature, but they mistakenly put their...
I knew it. I have become undone. Those hunters have discovered me, but they don't know what I...
If you'll accept some advice from a petty mortal, I think you should assume a low profile.
You are right. And you have served me well, mortal. Take this as a reward for your time. Perhaps I will allow you to drink deep of my blood. One day.
Thank you. I'll keep that proposition. But...
I can...
Tell me, Thelma.
I saw one and he saw me. I watched him hunt and...
You mean you actually saw?
Yes. And it has been the answer to my pain. I must...
You have no idea what problems you'll claim.
Why fear the truth? Strange things live in the dark.
I'll leave you. Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft.
I need blood.
Why kill me, brother? We could have ruled this land together and forever.
It's one of them!
Are you all right?
My name is Xiao Shun.
I do apologize.
Yes, I am.
Have you
This part...
Tell me.
Matthew died of the Spanish...
At this...
The worst...
Did he...
Matthew...
Are you...
I have...
I've seen...
Thank you.
The Spanish...
You don't...
As hard... Are you...
No, I am not.
I'm...
White?
No.
May...
You...
Thank... What?
But you're...
You sound...
Let's just...
Please...
You should go home.
I think you're right.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll...
How do you feel?
I'm as...
Goodbye for now.
You know you can trust me. Why have you not...